Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the CNIT Grade 10 Finals here. I'm Julian Quintero Verano, and I'm joined here by JJ Evison. JJ, how are you feeling today?
I am feeling great. Just got into the gym not too long ago. Was watching a lot of the games earlier on Baller TV. Excited to be here for the Grade 10 Championship, the Grade 9 Championship, and then the Grade 12 Championship. I'm interested to see how this one plays out with 6 players on Dropoff Elite's side. It's going to be a tough battle. If I'm Evolution Basketball from Ottawa, I'm running the court every chance I get using the entirety of my bench, which is another 7 players. This has all the makings of a great championship game. Obviously, the Bilodeau brothers from Dropoff Elite, they were part of Team Quebec last summer in the Canadian National Championships. A lot of chemistry there. Can Evolution Basketball overcome that and take the championship? It is the 4 seed versus 3 seed. Anything can happen.
Yeah, both these sides are fantastic. It will be Evolution Basketball winning the tip there. And immediately we're starting to see them play a high press on defense here from Dropoff Elite. It's going to be interesting to see what they can bring here. Isaac Burgess bringing it up quickly. Gets it stolen there by Bilodeau. Bilodeau quickly trying to give it up over to a teammate. Chopper on the attack to the basket, able to convert it there, and Dropoff Elite are able to tack on 2 very early on.
Defense leading to offense. It's a good thing to get going early.
Rasoa there, able to kick it over to a teammate. They're moving it around here in Evo Basketball. Benjamin inside of Rasoa. Rasoa not able to do much there. Chopra now bringing it up forward. Trying to dance inside. Chopra pulling up there from his spot, not able to convert it. Rasoa is able to be the one to come down with it.
He's so shifty. He can get to his spot and elevate lightning quick. Looks like Evo Basketball is afraid to shoot it from perimeter right now. They're trying to establish some paint presence, but good job by the drop-off defense from keeping them on the outside.
Burgess gives it over to Benjamin. Benjamin here gets smothered there. Jabril stolen there and dropped off. Will be leading the other way now. Bilodeau trying to do something here, looking around, ends up fading away towards the edge of the paint, not able to get it, and it will be Jean-Pierre with the board. Burgess bringing it up here for Evo. The attack to the basket for him, able to kick it over to a teammate. It will be Keo Neptune. Neptune dumping over to Rasoa. Rasoa trying to back down his defender, gives it over to Jean-Pierre. Pierre with the fader, not able to get her to fall, and it will be Dropoff Elite here collecting the ball.
3 straight offensive possessions for Evolution Basketball deep in the shot clock, which is exactly what you want from your defense if you're drop-off. Transition opportunity.
They're not able to convert it, and right there, they take the lid off the basket. Finally, it will be Keo Neptune striking there.
That's gonna cause a timeout. Drop-off looking to discuss things early. They're out and running, and they're the ones actually setting the pace for this game, it seems. When I thought Evolution Basketball would be the team running the floor. We'll see how they come out, but if you call the timeout this early, you need to see adjustments immediately following the timeout. Defensively, they're doing great, forcing Evolution Basketball to stay on the perimeter, not get anything easy. That run out there, second chance opportunity, got to eliminate those early and get to a big lead with only 6 players. It's going to be imperative.
It's been interesting to see what this Dropoff Elite team's been doing. They've been running the ball down the court. They've been trying to push the tempo, which is very shocking, as you mentioned, for a team that only has 1 player on the bench at this moment in time. But at the same time, they played high energy throughout this tournament. They've been playing like this all of today. And I think Evo Basketball, what they're doing to approach here is they're trying to play kind of a bend, don't break style. They're trying to let them tire themselves out first. And as soon as they see a sign of weakness, see it slow down, strike right there while they have an opening.
The other thing, they're young. They've got lots of energy to burn.
Yeah.
I'm sure by the end of the day, on the ride home, back to Montreal, whether they win or lose, it's going to be lights out.
We'll see what they can do here. Dropoff Elite taking over once more. Chopra giving over to Jabril. Jabril over to Chopra. Chopra inside to Bilodeau. Bilodeau pulls up and gets it a fall.
When you see zone defense, find the guy at the free throw line. Turn, elevate, and fire.
Donovan Bilodeau there with 2. His brother got some points earlier in this game. And yeah, it's really hard to guard these Bilodeau brothers. We'll see what they can do here on defense. It will be Keo Neptune trying to size up Jabril. Looking inside, gets it over to Rasoa. Rasoa out to Benjamin. He pulls up on the attack to the basket, not able to get the floater to fall. It will be rebounded by Rosoa. Rosoa out to Burgess. Burgess pump fakes here, ends up dribbling here for a sec, fades away with Bilodeau all over him, and they're just not able to convert there. Out of bounds. Drop off Elite will be taking possession.
Good energy and effort on the offensive glass from Evolution right there. Rosoha and Jean-Pierre tag teaming it underneath, getting extra possessions, just unable to convert.
Tropic gives it over to Ula. Ula for three, not able to get her to fall, and a quick strike from three early on in this shot clock just doesn't go their way, and it will now be Evolution basketball taking it the other way.
By the way, Izzy Ula, 22 points in the semifinal game against Rise Up Elite, 6 3-pointers, so chase him off the line. That's got to be on the scouting report.
Here we have Donovan Bilodeau putting all the pressure on Keo Neptune. They're not even letting him attack to the basket. Rosoha has to attack, not able to do anything there, and the shot clock ends up going. Drop off Elite, wonderful work on defense to force them to not only run down the shot clock, but not be able to get a good look inside, JJ.
Again, like late shot clock, Drop Off doing everything they can to make things difficult for Evolution basketball. It's just the way that they play the game. It's in their DNA. And like you said, the Bilodeau brothers, in that quarterfinal game, they teamed up for 64 points. They're hard to stop offensively, and when they're giving you that effort defensively, it's, that's championship caliber basketball.
There's a clip out there of the Bilodeau brothers in that game. No respect for the other team. They started guarding each other because they were up by so much in that game because they didn't want the other one to outscore each other. Seems like Donovan got the upper hand there with 33 to Ludovic's 31. But, yeah, the way that this team has played is so interesting to me. As we mentioned, yes, they're young, but still, they're running a full press. They're not giving anyone on the Evo side any time to breathe. We've been seeing Keo Neptune try to work through a bit more ISO basketball throughout. It's not working. They need to find those passing lanes and quick if they really want to stretch this drop-off team thin.
The other thing about Evolution basketball is they're very much a team. Like, they always have 4 to 5, 6 players scoring in double digits. They need to trust that first pass is going to lead to an open shot and not look for the great look. Go for the good look that you're going to get on the first ball movement.
Drop Off here trying to get something going inside. But they turn it over. It will now be Evo basketball pushing forward. Burgess inside of Rosoa. He gets his bucket inside, and that is points for Evolution basketball. They needed that, and they needed that now.
One pass, elevate. That's what you got to do.
Chopra trying to get his back, and he does just that on the other end. Jalen Chopra, not exactly the player everyone highlights for Drop-Off, but he's been good in these tournaments, has he not?
Well, if you take away their A and B options, he's a great C option. He gets to that mid-range. He's got a pure Jimmy from that area. So if he keeps doing that, I could see him ending this game with 20-plus points.
Bijamine here getting the rebound from Burgess' shot. Gives it over to Keo Neptune. Neptune driving inside. Dragged his foot there. No go on the travel. And it will be turned over for Drop-Off Elite. Izzy Ula coming on now in exchange for Joshua Muamba on the side of Drop-Off Elite.
That's the other thing we got to talk about is the coaching aspect of Drop-Off. You have to make sure your players have fresh legs and your rotations need to be crisp and timely.
Donovan Bilodeau's three does not fall there, but now Evo basketball want to try to break out here. A high press there from Drop-Off. They're going to want to try to pressure it immediately. Benjamin gives it out over to Neptune. Neptune launching it here to Jean-Pierre. His three-pointer doesn't fall. And the pressure there from Rosoha forces that out of bounds, but it will remain Drop-Off here. Chopra to inbound. Ryan Jibril quickly giving it over to Chopra. Chopra trying to cut through defenders, able to do just that. And is now looking to attack inside, gives it over to Neptune. Neptune out to Bilodeau, his three-pointer, bang! Massive three-pointer there for Donovan Bilodeau as the Drop-Off Elite continue their early hot streak.
A whip pass inside. Chopra Jibril finds a shooter in the corner. You get the ball in the paint, good things happen.
Turnover there now, Drop-Off Elite once again now with a chance and a half-court set here following that forced turnover.
Looks like Evo basketball sticking with that high 3-2 zone.
Ryan Jabril inbounds now over to Chopra. Chopra quickly over to Ula. Izzy Ula back over to Chopra. Chopra trying to get something going here. Quickly throwing it over to Bilodeau. Bilodeau able to get his defender in the air. Launches here from the mid-range. Not able to convert it. Burge is the one who pulls it in. And now Evo basketball. They're going to want to take it the other way. Ula quickly over to Neptune. Neptune dumping over to Burgess. Burgess on the attack to the hole. Kicks it back on over to Bijamine. Bijamine attack in. Not able to. Neptune launching from three here. High bounce. And ends up hitting off the score clock. And it will be turned over here. Drop-off Elite taking control again.
This Evo basketball is not able to convert on their turnovers. The second the help defense comes over, I mean, the shot goes up, or you get, your primary defender gets faked, and everybody just starts looking around. But Evo sending that second help immediately, causing the shot to be, altered, gets the turnover, and then can't convert on the other end.
Jabril launching from three, able to convert it immediately there as Dropoff wastes no time to tack on more. Jean-Pierre driving inside, quickly finding King. King almost gets it picked up there by Jabril. It will be taken there, and Ryan Jabril almost able to put a poster there on one end. Instead, it goes out of bounds. He almost got everyone standing here.
He wanted that, to bring the energy up in the playground. But if I'm the head coach of Drop-Off, there's nothing wrong with a lay in there. Get the 2 points. Don't be flashy. It's the championship game.
Get the points first before you end up trying to get a highlight reel. And that right there is why. Evo go the other way and tack on 2.
4-point swing.
Jabril quickly giving it over to Chopra. Chopra covered by Jean-Pierre. Has Burgess stepping up there on him. Ends up going to Bilodeau. Bilodeau inside over to Muamba. Muamba trying to get the dunk underneath. Doesn't end up getting it inside on the flush. And now it will be Evo going the other way. Neptune goes around Bilodeau, pulls up here from the elbow, not able to get the look he wanted, and it will be Chopra pulling it in. He goes coast to coast, quickly dumps it over to Bilodeau, and this time they decide on the layup, and this time they walk away with 2.
Another great find by Jalen Chopra. Just eyes in the sides and back of his head, turnover. Uh-oh.
Donovan Bilodeau on the attack to the basket following that steal, and Drop-Off Elite are really starting to pile it on now.
Couple of substitutions at the table for Evo basketball. They got to get some fresh legs in. Look at this. Triple teamed crossing the timeline.
This is crazy pressure that Drop-Off is putting, and it's been paying off for them here early.
Jump ball, turnover, possession favors Drop-Off.
Whistle goes. We're going to be seeing some substitutions, it seems. Josue Jean and Frankie Pongu, both subbing in here as we see Owen King and Nathaniel Jean-Pierre stepping off. Chopra sizing up Burgess here, trying to get something going. Sizing up, going inside, pulls up here from the elbow and gets his look, gets his bucket, and Drop-Off Elite keep it going.
It's that one dribble off the first move to the elevation, and you saw Evo basketball go away from their zone defense that time.
Neptune trying to get something going on Bilodeau. Now he's getting swarmed by both Bilodeau brothers. Instead, he's able to get it out to Burgess. Burgess wanting the screen here from Pongu. Pongu, nothing. Gives it back on over. Deep 3 from Neptune! Oh my, that was almost from the logo!
Again, late shot clock. He looked up, saw the digits falling down to 0, had to get it off. Luckily, right through the back iron. I almost went in twice, actually.
I'm amazed at that jumper. And the whistle goes here. It will be Drop-Off with a chance to inbound again.
Neptune now up to 5 points in the contest. Leading Evo basketball, deep 3.
Chopper not able to get the look he wanted. And the pressure there on Pongu by the Bilodeau brothers. It will remain Evo ball here as they inbound. And Drop-Off just says, you know what, let's bring even more pressure.
Keep an eye on the clock here. They've only got 5 seconds to get it over the timeline. Oh, they reset the shot clock.
Moving forward here, Neptune able to give it over to Burgess. And a foul gets called there.
talk about needing to stay disciplined. When you only have one sub, you can't really afford to get into foul trouble.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be the talk of the game for them. Yes, they want to play physical. Yes, they want to play high-paced basketball. How long until foul trouble potentially becomes a thing?
That's got to be part of the conversation every time there's a timeout and a huddle on that bench for drop-off. Stay disciplined. Don't take any egregious fouls, especially in the offensive end. Get back on defense, get your feet moving, and stay disciplined.
Yeah, and we see the way that they're going. They're not trying to reach in for steals. They're trying to just intercept the passing lanes. They're trying to navigate entirely. Oh, wow. Sorry. Oh, sorry. We have the schedule here for the championship game. And, yeah, we have the Grade 10 championship right now. Later on for broadcast, we will have the Grade 9 championships. But we have a variety of championships going on right now all across Southern Ontario. And, yeah, that just goes to show the impact of the CNIT tournament so far, JJ.
Lots of basketball all over Southern Ontario this weekend. We just saw the Grade 6 championship M&R team go undefeated. And what a great game. Like, to make it that far in a tournament like this, you've got, I mean, it's a lot of basketball. And that's an accomplishment in itself for the Scarborough Blues.
Yeah, and I will say, especially for these younger age groups, it still applies here to these older kids and everything. But some of them might not be able to play basketball at that next level. They're not going to get the opportunity to play high school ball beyond a certain level. They're not going to get the chance to play college ball at a certain level. And most of them might not get the chance to go pro. So tournaments like this, you know it means the world to them. Bilodeau here on the top, quickly dumping it over to Jabril. He gets a fader at the free throw line, isn't able to convert it, and Evo Basketball now bringing it up the other way. Burgess has Bilodeau all over him, able to quickly find Neptune. Neptune inside of Pongu. Pongu driving inside on Chopra. Able to get the scoop and score there, and a wonderful finish from Frankie.
You see Chopra put his hands behind his back, afraid to be in a fouling position there. If they can get that matchup down the court again, that'll be good for Evo Basketball.
Bilodeau to Bilodeau connection there doesn't go, and it will be Rosoa pulling it in. And now once again, Evo on the break. Neptune quickly dumping it over to a teammate. But a travel gets called there. I know it's the summer, but you can't travel right now. You got a game to play.
If you're sliding down the wing like that, you kind of have to expect the ball when your point guard's coming through the middle of the court, because that defense is being dragged into the paint with the threat of the paint touch. Hands got to be ready, feet got to be set.
Dylan Chopra quickly giving it over to Bilodeau. Bilodeau to his brother. Dumps inside, able to get the defenders to look, and Joshua Muamba able to finish there. Burgess now pressured high by Ludovic Bilodeau, and it will be Evo trying to break out of that. They give it over to Pongu. Pongu over to Neptune. Neptune has Jabril covering him, trying to get the passing side to Pongu, and the whistle goes on Chopra. And once again, the talk there about fouls that we brought up, foul there on Chopra, not good to see for them at all. And on top of that, we're going to be seeing this Evolution team set up in the half court.
Again, Pongu, and now you see Bilodeau switches on to Pongu. So if they're gonna, I wonder if they're gonna switch back to try and get the smaller Chopra on him.
Ball swung all the way across. Three-pointer here from Evo, not able to convert it. And it will now be Chopra bringing it up the other way. Chopra trying to dance around Bijamine. He's able to give it over to Bilodeau. Bilodeau, Donovan for three. It's short, doesn't go, and it will be rebounded by Neptune. He's the one pushing forward now. Neptune quickly over to Pongu. Pongu slowing it down, gives it over to Burgess. Burgess over to Bijamine. Bijamine, Burgess. They're seeing what they can do here on this left wing. Dump back inside. Mild double team there over to Pongu, who's open in the corner. His three-pointer, no go. And he gets swatted out there by Jabril. It will remain Evo Basketball here on the pressure.
Really liking the minutes from Frankie Pongu on Evo Basketball. He comes through the lane, relocates into the corner, gets ready in his stance. Teammate finds him. That's too easy, way too easy. They're picking on Chopra right now defensively.
They know he's in foul trouble. They know he isn't as big as everyone around him. They're going to do everything they can to score as many points on him until he's forced to come out. Chopra dumps inside to Bilodeau. He pulls up there, not able to get it, but Donovan Bilodeau on the second chance doesn't go. He fights for the rebound immediately, but is not able to get it. Burgess has it. He will now be bringing it up. Has Bilodeau putting the pressure, quickly lobs it over to Neptune. Neptune trying to bring it forward, has the pressure from Muamba. And it will be once again Evo basketball taking over here in the half court. Quickly, Burgess inside of Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre to Bijamine. He finds Neptune, back to Bijamine. He goes up, quickly lobs it over to Burgess. He launches from three. Bang! Big right there. He puts on the mask and he's letting them know, we're coming for you.
Just really good team basketball from Evo basketball right there. As soon as the double came, the ball handler knew where the help was coming from, kicked it to his corner, just elevate, shoot, and you can't ask for better basketball right now in those last 2 minutes if you're the head coach of the team from Ottawa.
I will say, fantastic from Evo. We mentioned early, hey, they're not attacking them off the rip. Is this part of their plan? And it's showing off. It definitely is. After a slow start, they've seen that Dropoff is starting to drop off, whether it's through energy, whether it's through the scheme. We're seeing Chopra get put in a blender mainly because that he is facing that foul trouble. And what do you see? You see Pongu trying to put people up on the face-up. He's cutting back door. They're getting open. They're starting to trust each other more each consecutive pass. And even though Dropoff is not taking away that pressure that they had early on in the game, Evo has slowed it down in their head. They're passing the ball more, and they're getting way better looks here.
Championship game, there's a grace period of maybe 3 minutes in the first half where you're trying to figure things out, what your opponent's doing to try and beat you. You settle in after the first timeout. The second timeout, you really get to work into making your in-game adjustments, and you're seeing that from Evolution Basketball. But Dropoff is a team that can't be undermined. They are an Elite Six, honestly. 1 through 6 here. All of these lineups that we're seeing play well together, move off the ball, communicate. It's going to take every single minute of basketball, possession by possession for Evo basketball to take down the number 4 seed, who deservedly got this spot in the championship game, taking down Simcoe United, the 5 seed in the quarterfinal, by 16 points, then rise up Elite, the number 1 seed, by 5 points.
Quickly, ball swung over, and it's Muamba with the finish inside. And yeah, that high energy is still there.
Well, Muamba had a dunk go down earlier, and now he's just thirsty around that rim.
Neptune bringing it here forward. Has Chopra trying to get something going. Instead, he gives it over to Burgess. Burgess up top to Bijamine. Bijamine giving over to Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre looking to attack the lane. He slows it down over the head of Bijamine. And that is a costly turnover here for Evo. They had most of the momentum their way, but following that drop-off flush inside and that turnover, that's not good for them.
Rasoha coming back in. A little bit more size as Pongu goes out. Great minutes from Frankie Pongu.
Izzy Uloa gives it over to Jabril. Jabril running up top, giving it over to Chopra. Chopra swings immediately over to Izzy Ula. He launches from 3. And the whistle goes immediately for a foul in the lane. It will be turned over. Evo taking over there.
See if they can turn that into points.
Burgess bringing it up quickly, able to give it now over to Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre finding Neptune. And Neptune, give it to Rasua. Rasoa turns it over there. Very, very high wayward pass there. Turned over. And again, Evo basketball, all the good graces they've had, all the momentum they've had, it's dwindling.
Still a lot of basketball left. Just focus on the next possession. That's all that matters.
Chopra and Ula go back and forth. Quick dump inside. How did he thread the needle there to Muamba? And he's able to finish right around the basket. What a play there from Jalen Chopra. Now Evo's got to go the other way. It will be Keo Neptune dumping inside of Rasoha. And Rasoha driving inside, dumps it back over to Neptune. He already hit one from deep range earlier. Not able to get that one to go. Instead, it will be Chopra going the other way. Quick pass into Bilodeau, and he's able to finish there quick on the transition and drop off now. They might have slipped a little bit, but now they're running their game, and they're running it at high efficiency. Jean-Pierre over to Burgess. They're able to move it all the way around, finding Neptune open for 3. High bounce there on the miss. Rasoha pulls it in. Second chance goes up. And he draws the foul. 2 free throws to come here for Evo basketball.
Soha knows what's being asked of him in this game. Get on the offensive glass, pull down those boards, get second chance opportunity. And right there, Chopra, you don't need to reach. You need to stand tall, use your arms to affect the shot. Don't need to reach in.
If I'm Evo basketball, I'm telling Rosoha, look, they have a lot of guys that can match you on the physicality on the glass. They don't have enough guys on the bench. Take advantage of that. Be as physical as you want, because they can't challenge you to the point where they risk foul trouble. Play the glass, play hardball, and he's been doing that so far. Got rewarded here with some free throws.
Soha, double-digit scorer in each of the quarterfinal and semifinal game. Let's see if he can have more of an impact on scoring. He continues to get those offensive boards.
Ball gets played into Muamba. He gets met at the glass there by Rosoha. But he gets called for the foul. Muamba with a chance at the line. And that was shaping up to be, we got the one outcome that isn't a highlight play there.
Muamba, I mean, can credit his hunger around the basket. He gets that dump off. No hesitation, elevating. He's leading, drop-off elite points right now with 8. He can feast on those passes down low from Chopra. The second pass is coming from either Ludovic or Donovan Bilodeau.
I will say, I want to actually show some love here to Joshua Muamba. I went up to these kind folks, these kind gentlemen, these young men. They've been fantastic sports through this tournament. I went up to them pre-game, hey, I'm the guy calling the game for you. How are you doing today? And they're all very like, yeah, whatever, man. I go up to Joshua Muamba. He gives me the kindest smile. He's like, yeah, my name's Joshua Muamba. Thank you very much. I'm really rooting for him in this game, and he's been fantastic so far to boot.
Easy to root for a good player when they're also a great human.
Burgess quickly dumping over now, and it will be Evo. Bijamine trying to set up. Calls for Burgess, able to get him. Burgess now looking for some help. He lost his dribble. He needs someone to come make themselves known as Rosoha. Rosoha getting known here quickly, able to swing it over to a teammate. Launching is Jean-Pierre for 3. Doesn't go there. It's rebounded by Neptune. He gets it. Little pump fake goes right to the basket. No make there, but it's rebounded by Rosoha. Rosoha dumping quickly over to Jean-Pierre. He goes up. They're not able to score here. It's still a mess. It's Bijamine. He's able to get it to Burgess, and they slow it down there. Burgess. Dump pass inside now to Jean-Pierre. He loses it for a second, gives it back over to Burgess, needs to get the shot up, and isn't able to get it to fall. Drop off, take possession. Bilodeau on the attack to the basket.
Keo Neptune just grabbed his back hip, tried to get him off balance. Official was in the right spot to see the whole thing. By the way, how nifty is these officials' jerseys?
I will say.
The NPH.
It's very nice to see here everything the MPH put on here for this CNIT.
Absolutely.
Not just the players, the staff, the refs. Everyone's getting involved. It's a joy. Bilodeau, quick swing over to Jabril. Jabril over to Muamba!
A little bit of emotion from Muamba there on the and one dunk. Love to see it. What a pass, by the way. Ryan Jabril just gets it. Quick bounce pass. Knows where the help's coming from. Again, IQ up and down this drop-off lineup is stellar.
Joshua Muamba continues his hot start to this game by putting Rosoha on a poster. And he converts the and one. What a way to follow through.
That's always the most important part there.
Bijamine has pressure on him now, needs to get it up, gives it over to Rosoha. Rosoha drive inside quickly, finding Pongu. Reach in foul there on Donovan Bilodeau. And it will now be Evo setting up here in the half court.
So Chopra's on the bench, by the way, with 3 fouls, and we still got plenty of time to play in the first half.
Ball makes its way over to Burgess. He launches from 3-point in the corner, not able to get it. Rosoha pulls it in, gives it over to Burgess. Burgess has Izzy on his hip. Instead, he gives it over to King. King's 3 no-go, and Rosoha, he's a big guy. He's a mobile guy. He's not able to save that one. Speaking of, Chopra now subbing in for Ryan Jabril for this drop-off team. And we'll see how this ends up going in their favor.
Every time Evolution Basketball has it in the offensive half court, they have to go at Chopra.
They need to capitalize on the fouls, on the size, everything they can. Shot gets waved off there.
3 in the key.
That's unfortunate for him.
And just like that, Chopra's back out. They know he's a liability right now defensively because of his foul count.
Ball makes its way over to Bijamine. He gives it over to Burgess. Burgess has a lot of pressure on him, able to quickly give it over to Pongu. Pongu bringing it up, gets called for the travel. And that's just those turnovers you can't risk. And now that they're back on offense, guess who's coming in? It's Jalen Chopra.
I don't know if I've ever seen an offensive-defensive substitution rotation in the first half of a game before.
Hey, if they're given the opportunity to do so, I would take advantage of it as well, especially when you have pieces like the Bilodeau brothers. Donovan Bilodeau with a clean look there as we head into the half of this game. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Second half action of the Grade 10 finals to come.
My name is Chaz Louisi from Arete Threads. We are going to outfit a basketball player from head to toe. We do on-court apparel for uniforms, and then we do warm-up apparel, shooting shirts, off-court apparel. We do track suits, and then we do backpacks to carry all the gear to games to and from. Like North Pole Hoops helping on the league side and exposure side, we're going to help with the apparel side as well. You look good, feel good, play good, right? So trying to help kids do that and help as many kids as possible. Right?
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered platform designed to provide maximum exposure and growth opportunities for Canadian basketball at all levels, starting with grade 5 students all the way to the NBA. The foundation of the Blueprint begins with our strategic partners, the Playground Global, who provide world-class basketball facility access for Canadian basketball programming nationwide. The MPH Showcase League is an introduction to our ecosystem, an exposure platform for club programs all across Canada to experience a competitive, developmental, and positive environment. All year round, this league reaches the players, coaches, parents, and the Canadian basketball community at large. This provides a great opportunity for sponsors to tap into a rapidly growing market and demographic within the high volume of foot traffic. The MPH Showcase Camp is our identification platform, focusing on finding the hidden basketball talent Canada has to offer and guiding them to that next level. As a camper, you will have the opportunity to enter the NPH National Rankings, where player profiles are created, acting as an online resume. This database is directly connected to a network of over 150 prep and post-secondary programs. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from NBA experienced skill trainers. The Game Speaks Combine acts as the elite, invitational-only camp that provides every player an opportunity to measure their talent up against the best prospects in Canada. A 2-day event of skill testing, pro-level drills, and NBA-style combine, with the ultimate goal of securing scholarships. Top performers raised their stock and are now elevated on a national scale to strengthen their recruitment opportunities. The Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings it.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, here for the grade 10 CNIT final game here. I'm Julian Quintero Herano, as always, here with JJ Evison. And JJ, yeah, the way it's been going so far, what changes do you think Evo's got to make here?
I think they're going to get away from their zone defense because Dropoff's absolutely picking them apart, and they're sending more bodies to the offensive glass to try and get second chance opportunities. Can they convert on those opportunities? That's the real question.
Chopra here for Dropoff, able to quickly give it over to Jabril, and Dropoff with another chance, another bucket. Ryan Jabril making it look easy.
Tough fadeaway, yeah, it just looks like it's textbook for him.
Bijamine quickly swings over to Burgess. Burgess finding Jean-Pierre. He launches from 3, and that one is wayward. Dropoff leading the other way. Chopra gets it popped out from behind him. How will Evo respond here? They have to slow it down for a bit. It will be Bijamine bringing it forward. Bijamine trying to size up, trying to get something going here. Quickly gives it over to Burgess. Burgess has Rasoha putting his screen here, trying to size up. He's gonna have to get a shot up here as the shot clock's about to expire. Not able to get it, but the second chance there from Jean-Pierre. Good way to clean the glass there. Nice for Evo so far.
I like that they didn't rush anything towards the end of the shot clock there.
Bilodeau gets a look there from the mid-range, making it look incredibly easy. And now, once again, they're putting the high pressure on Evo. Quick swing all the way over to Bijamine. Bijamine going right to the basket. Looking, gives it over to Burgess. He launches from 3. No go. Ball's on the ground here. Still struggle here for Bijamine. And he goes up, quickly finding Neptune. Neptune to Bijamine. Bijamine to Burgess. Burgess, they're keeping it moving all the way around. It will be Rasoha trying to back down here. Quickly giving it over to Neptune with the shot clock going down. Not able to get it to fall. And it will be Dropoff going the other way. Quick, long ball over to Jabril. And instead they turn it over quick to Evo.
2 possessions in a row. Dropoff turn it over in transition. They got to get away from that, start making better decisions. And as I say that, Evo turned the ball over.
Evo cannot afford to have that happen, not at all. And we're seeing an early substitution here for him. Jean-Pierre coming off, Pongu coming back on. We've seen Frankie Pongu give us some very efficient minutes inside. Maybe he gets this rhythm going for this Evo side. Izzy Ula launching from 3, not able to get it to fall. Rebounded by Rasoa. And going the other way is Evo. Ball making its way over to Pongu. Chopra putting the pressure on. Bilodeau now putting it on as well. Pongu goes up, gives Chopra a shove. Straight bully ball there on the attack to the basket.
Tells Chopra just to get in the weight room for the rest of the summer. Can't slow me down.
Bilodeau called for a travel there after getting smothered. And maybe we need to see more of that style of defense from Evo. Smother them early, make them make mistakes. Make them, in this case, literally trip over themselves.
You like the team effort on defense there. Somebody's got to inbound the ball.
Pongu quickly giving it over to Burgess. Chopra putting the pressure. He plays it inside over to Bijamine. Bijamine on the attack inside. Wrap around pass to Rasoa. He goes up at the basket. No go. Chopra pulls it in. Has Rasoa putting pressure. And now they're going to try to get back on defense. Quick swing over to Ula. Izzy Ula back to Chopra. Jalen Chopra has Bilodeau sizing him, giving him a screen. Instead, he pulls up here from the elbow. Whistle goes. And it's 2 free throws to come here for Jalen Chopra following the Burgess foul.
Burgess played that really well defensively. He knew the screen was coming to the middle of the floor, pushed Chopra to the one side, got back. Must have been some contact on the arm. I couldn't see from our spot, but good defense.
What I was seeing from the referee, he was putting his hand where he shouldn't. A bit of a hand check there, it might have been, but as you mentioned, it's really hard there to defend that type of spot. Burgess did everything he could. In the end, foul gets called your way, just wasn't meant for you. Sub being made quickly, Muamba subs out, Jabril subs in. And Evo needs someone to get open. It will be Neptune with Ludovic Bilodeau putting the pressure. Ula stepping up as well. Burgess trying to get it up. It gets almost picked off there by Chopra, and it might as well have been. It was Bilodeau to Bilodeau. Not able to connect there on the long-range pass. and Evo get a chance to inbound once more. We talked about it a bit coming into this. Hey, who should they potentially bring in? Oh, right there, it's going to be Joshua Jean coming in here for this Evo side. I think it's the first time he's checked in this game.
Fresh legs. Got to use them.
Bijamine trying to drive on Jabril, doesn't get it. Has a screen from Pongu, but Ula plays over. Wonderful hedge from him. Instead, it's going to still be a scramble here for Neptune. Attack to the basket. Whistle goes, and it will be Evo retaining possession here.
And if you're keeping track at home, that's the 4th foul on Jalen Chopra.
He's really got to be worried now, and you can tell the coaches as well. Chopra definitely upset about that foul call, the most recent one, but if this is how it's going for you, you need to be more wary on defense. Jean inside now to Pongu. Pongu trying to go up, gets it blocked. It will be Muamba pulling it in. And now it will be Dropoff going the other way. Jabril taking it to the hole. 1-2, right to him, not able to convert. Pongu able to save it, and he gives it over to Neptune now. Evo going the other way. Ball makes its way to Bijamine. Bijamine trying to dance on Ludovic Bilodeau. Not able to convert it. Ball now makes its way over to Rosoa. Rosoa out to Jean. Jean inside on the attack. Missed by Rosoa. Pulling it in, not able to convert it again. And it will be Bilodeau putting it up again. Jabril on the transition, gets an open look, says might as well take it, not able to convert it. And now it will be Keo Neptune going coast to coast, and it's blocked! Ludovic Bilodeau able to get to him.
Dude's got springs for calves.
My goodness.
He anticipated that so well. You saw him take the 1-2 step. He slowed down to meet the pace.
He made sure his jump was perfect, and might as well have said it like before, might say it again. Neptune stood no chance on that one, it seems. Subs to be made. We see Bijamine and Pongu sub off. Burgess back in, and your boy, Mervilius, coming on.
He's got the size to get to where he wants to get down in the painted area. He can get extra possessions by offensively rebounding. We'll see what kind of minutes he gives Evolution Basketball here in the second half.
Rosoa goes up with it, but a whistle goes against him. And the bucket doesn't count. It will be Dropoff taking possession once more. Jalen Chopra back in. He gives it over to Jabril. Jabril back to Chopra. And the swing inside gets turned over quick. Burgess quickly giving it over to Neptune. Neptune trying to find something, anything. Jay able to help out, swings it all the way across over to Jean. Jean trying to get his teammate inside, just not able to convert it. Jean covering Jabril. Jabril going to the basket. Whistle goes. And it will be a foul on Jean. Two free throws to come.
Good decision making from Ryan Jabril there. You know, took a look back. No help was coming. He obviously had the mismatch. Quick spin move, get to the rack. Now, when we come back from this little timeout, it's going to be free throws for number 77. Can he extend this lead? That's really what it's going to come down to at this point, hitting your free throws and taking care of the ball on every single possession. And if Dropoff Elite do that, as the number 4 seed from Montreal, winning the championship here, the Canadian National Invitational Tournament, that would be a huge accomplishment with 6 players on the bench.
I mean, I guess the question comes into just how confident they were coming in. Bringing only 6 players is crazy, but it's been working out for them. They've been bringing it their all. They've been giving it their all, and even with one of their players in foul trouble, they're bringing him in and out to maximize his effect on this game.
It's a full team effort up and down the lineup. Obviously, the coaching staff very knowledgeable as well. They know how to get their team playing to their strengths. And from the very get-go, it was press, energy, effort, contests, and running the floor. If you can beat your opponent in transition, that's usually a sign of good things.
Always a joy to see. In Evo basketball, though, they've been a bit on the rough side here. They haven't been able to capitalize early in the second half. They haven't been able to claw back from this hole, and now as time dwindles, it's really just not their friend anymore, the clock.
There's no such thing as a 16-point play in basketball. You just got to take it possession by possession. Focus on the defensive possession, then focus on the offensive possession. You know, if there's something that goes wrong, maybe an errant call or a turnover, you can't hang on to that. In a game like this, you have to move on.
Jabril's first free throw doesn't fall. Has a chance here to at least walk away with something from the charity stripe. Gets the second free throw, and now Evo basketball. 17-point hole. Can they claw their way out? Neptune having pressure put on him. Quickly dumps it over to Rasoa. Rasoa dumps over to a teammate. Not able to convert it. Rebounded there by Mervelis. And Mervelis gets swatted. They keep possession, though, as Burgess pulling up from the mid-range. And he makes sure his teammate's block shot doesn't fall in vain. Chopra has Neptune stepping up here. Attacks him to the left-hand side. Pauses, trying to find a teammate. Gives it over to Bilodeau. Open in the corner. Pump fakes a shot. Now trying to find someone. Anything. Gives it over to Muamba inside. Muamba on the attack. Gives it out to Ula. He launches from three. Doesn't get that one to fall. Makes his way over to Bilodeau, though. And Bilodeau's shot doesn't fall. But he was tripped by Burgess, so that he will maintain the possession here. Drop-off basketball. Ula swinging entirely over now to Jabril. Jabril missed up there on the dribble with Rasoa on him, but he decides to pull up right in Rasoa's face. Not able to get that one to fall. It's rebounded by Rasoa. He's leading the other way. Chopra putting pressure on it. Rasoa trying to go right at him on the defense, just not able to attack and convert. Chopra the other way. Has Bilodeau waiting by the basket. Wonderful reverse there from Ludovic Bilodeau. Are you kidding me, JJ?
A run out like that and the wherewithal to know that Mervelis was coming back hard and he was going to stay disciplined and elevated. The up and under is just a thing of beauty.
Mervelis on the attack to the basket, not able to get it to fall. Rebounded by Burgess. He has an open look here now from the free throw line. Gets it a fall there. Evo gets those 2 points right back, but they still have a hole to go. Jabril finds Chopra. Chopra trying to size up on the attack to the basket. Has two defenders on him. Not able to get it. Jabril goes on Mervelis. And that will be a foul on Ryan Jabril there over the back. And it will be Evo taking possession. Sub to be made, Rasoa. And we're also seeing Mervelis come off. We're seeing Pongu come in along with Bijamine in their place. Neptune bringing it up, lobbing it over to Burgess. Burgess giving it over to Bijamine. Bijamine on the attack quickly. Giving it over to Jean-Pierre, his three-pointer. No go. Bijamine with the board, going back up, gets blocked there by Muamba, and it will be drop-off elite going the other way. Donovan Bilodeau slowing it down. Breathing, waiting. Has Bijamine stepping up, gets him with a spin move, fades away on the ISO play, and gets it a fall there. Wonderful control there from Donovan Bilodeau.
Great isolation ball. He wanted his whole team to clear out the side. Worked into the middle, like that's where he was going to drive the lane, and then spun back to the open space and created a shot for himself. He's really good off the bounce.
Yeah, and right there, another turnover will be made there by Evo. Ula quickly giving over to Muamba. Muamba on the attack to the basket, draws contact, no foul, and it will be Evo going the other way. Ball makes its way to Burgess. Burgess giving over to Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre back to Burgess. Burgess thought about it and said he gives it over to Neptune. Neptune driving in. A shimmy goes up, blocked by Muamba, and it will be drop-off now going the other way.
Muamba block 3 possessions ago, steal the next possession, and then another block leads to an open three. Jabril and drop-off elite are carrying themselves like champions here in the second half.
And again, Muamba in those recent plays was phenomenal. Got the block, led to points. Got the block again, direct assist to a three there for Jabril that needs an Evo timeout. Nothing to be said there apart from the fact that drop-off have been in control, and they're just tightening the stranglehold further. We're back here, Evo basketball with possession here following that timeout. They really need to try to get settled, and now they have to try to dig themselves out of this massive hole they're in. Burgess, he's pushing up quickly, gives it over to Bijamine. Bijamine on the attack to the basket, dumps it over to Pongu. Pongu gets it inside, and they need more looks like that.
Quick decision making, good crisp passing. Elevating to finish.
We'll see if they're able to continue with crisp defense. Ball makes its way to Donovan Bilodeau, gives it over to Ula. Ula dobs inside, they take the turnover, and now it'll be Keo Neptune bringing it up the other way. He knows what happened last time he tried testing Bilodeau. Instead, he will slow it down, gives it over to Burgess, gets his look that he wants at the mid-range, and that's 2 more points here for Evo basketball. Donovan Bilodeau on the attack to the basket, not able to get it, and now, once again, Evo basketball leading the other way. Bijamine finding Burgess. Burgess over to Bijamine. Bijamine finding King. King pulls up here from mid-range, and that's another 2 points. Immediately right there, a 6-point swing that needs a timeout from Dropoff.
It's a good timeout. You can't continue to play like that, otherwise you're going to let that lead slip. And the conversation right now in Dropoff Elite's huddle has to be to stay focused on the task at hand. There's only 6 and change left to play in this tournament. You got to leave it all on the court if you want to, take that hardware home.
Yeah, and if I'm the coach in there at Dropoff, I'm saying, look, we might have a 14-point lead, but we can't let that go. 14 points, that's literally 5 threes away. If they get hot from range, if they get looks inside, we can see that lead disappear immediately, and now we're sitting with our pants down and nothing going in our favor. But it's been all Drop-Off though, and I can only imagine right now in that huddle they're saying, hey, let's get this going. We know what we have. Reset mentally. Get back to the game we were already playing. We've been in control. No need to change that. Coming out of timeout, the very, very popular Jalen Chopra. He's on the bench now.
I saw him working out his knee there. He was gripping it in the first half and grimacing. He was given a little stretch there, his left knee. I'm wondering if that's not also hindering his ability to be on the court right now.
We'll see if he's able to make it back out there, but it will be Drop-Off Elite. Trying to get something going. Bilodeau over to Jabril. Jabril looking to attack King. Does just that on the attack to the basket, and it will be picked up by Ludovic Bilodeau, and it will be Drop-Off, getting 2 of those 6 points back. Neptune there. Can't do that. You cannot do that. I know people are getting fancy now. They're watching their NBA players, but you can't put your hand underneath the basketball. And most definitely you can't turn it over after it's there. It will be Drop-Off taking possession once more. Bilodeau brothers connecting there, and it will be Donovan giving a chance from 3. He looked at his brother like, might as well take it from here, and it pays off beautifully. Burgess on the attack here. Looking around, swings it quickly over to Bijamine. Bijamine taking a baseline, swing, hook, bucket. Right there from Bijamine, beautiful finish there.
One jab step towards the top of the key, opened up the lane on the baseline for Bijamine, and just an up and under, that long stride, giving him space on the far side.
Travel called here on Ludovic Bilodeau, and that's unfortunate to see for him, as now we will be seeing Evo once again take possession. Substitutions to be made. We're seeing Rasoha come on for Owen King. We'll see where it goes. Pongo looking for someone to get open. It will be Neptune, and he will be bringing it up here on the right-hand side. Two defenders looking to put pressure. Someone needs to get open. It will be Rasoha. Rasoha back to Neptune, given space here to launch from three-point range. No go. Pongo fights for it. Quickly gives it over to Burgess, but not able to connect. Izzy Ula giving it over to Bilodeau. Bilodeau on the attack to the basket through contact. No finish. And it will be Evo taking it the other way. Neptune giving over to Burgess. Burgess finding Bijamine. Bijamine swinging across. Gives it over to Burgess. Inside to Pongo. Pongo on the attack to the basket. And that's 2 more points here for Evo basketball. Jabril sizing up Neptune. Looking around. Glancing. Quickly giving it over to Bilodeau. Bilodeau pulling up here immediately from mid-range. Doesn't convert it. Ula gets the miss. Able to get 2 defenders in the air, but not able to convert on the reverse. And now it will be a fast break chance. Rasoha finishes it monstrously, and he hangs a little bit extra there on the rim to let Mwamba know, I'm here.
Let Mwamba know that, but let his teammates know as well. There's lots of emotion still in this game, lots of game to be played, especially now while Chopra's doing his shoes back up. I thought for sure he would be done for the day because he had them off and looked like he was getting ready to, you know, take some part of the rest of the uniform off, but he is lacing them back up, getting ready to come back on. But yeah, when you talk about that throwdown by Rasoha, there's obviously that a little bit of fire. He's got to get his teammates going, and that's something that'll do that.
But immediately, Izzy Ula says, you know that hype you had, that excitement, let me take it from you. A massive 3 there. Neptune has a lot of pressure on him. Quickly gives it over to Burgess. Burgess dumping over now to Pongo. Pongo to Rasoha. Rasoha over to Bijamine. He goes right to the basket and able to control wonderfully. Not able to finish, though, and it will be the build. Oh, my. I got absolutely lost there for a moment, and it will be Ula with the finish. Attack in from Bijamine. Bijamine back on out to Neptune. Neptune connects with Bijamine again on the handoff. He's going to take it right to the basket, the spin move, trying to get something here on Bilodeau, but Bilodeau does not bite. He takes the steal, takes the ball, and now he slows it up following that. Says, I'm just going to take it from range. It's long, it's short, it's whatever you want to say. It's just entirely off. And it will be Evo taking possession once more after they take this timeout. We're back here on the inbound for Evo basketball. Jean-Pierre, quickly giving over to Jean. Neptune bringing it up quickly over to Jean. Jean trying to give it over to teammate, gives it over to Neptune. Attack to the basket immediately, but the make just isn't there, and it comes down with Mwamba. Mwamba finding Jabril. And Jabril gives it to Bilodeau. Bilodeau says, I'm just going to pull up here from the free throw line. And that's 2 more points here for Dropoff Elite. Neptune has pressure being put on him, gives it over to Jean. Jean loses it entirely there by Ludovic Bilodeau. Pass over to Ula, and he's able to finish quickly there following the thunderous pass from Bilodeau.
You get the sense now that Dropoff are really in control of these final few minutes.
And I feel like we're feeling that more from Evo than we are from Dropoff. It just seems like the energy isn't there from them. It seems like they might have already thrown the towel, it feels.
You got to play till the final whistle. That is the game of basketball. But from the very tip, the energy was dictated by Dropoff.
Evo with a chance to inbound here. Quickly gives it over to Pongu. Pongu to Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre to Burgess. It goes all the way around. Neptune taking a chance from range. No go. Swatted out. And it will be Dropoff Elite ball. Soha, they're arguing for the call. And it seems like it might get overturned here. Yes, it will be overturned here for Evo. I believe that ball did get swatted off the face of Muamba, and the ref just missed it.
That's why the officials come together to get the call right.
Good on them for making sure they recognize their mistake. You know, that's always a pleasure to see from these guys. Pongu coming off now. Inbound quick to Rasoa. Rasoa over to Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre to Burgess. Burgess trying to take it baseline. On the attack, the reverse lay-in, and a wonderful finish there from Isaac Burgess.
Just dismissed the double team, got to the rack, finished with a pretty little English off the glass. Burgess has been doing it inside all game. It just, they haven't really had the shots falling down from the perimeter, turning the ball over a few too many times, and those are the things that add up over the course of a game that had them stuck in this deep hole.
Bilodeau trying to attack Neptune here. Draws the foul through contact. And it will remain Dropoff Elite ball here. And Evo just starting to get sloppy here on the defensive end. Quickly ball over to Ula. Ula has it. Whistle goes. And yeah, it will be free throws here on Izzy Ula. And might as well call it here. It seems a 20-point difference with just over a minute left in this game. Izzy Ula putting the final nails in this coffin as Dropoff Elite, even though there are only 6 players, are finally calling it an end to the CNIT tournament.
Donovan Bilodeau leading all scorers in the game with 19 points. Joshua Mwamba, 12 points to go with a few blocks, a couple of steals.
And it seems like they're intentionally fouling him here. They send Jabril to the line. They're trying to save as much time. They're saying, hey, make your free throws. Ryan Jabril stepping up here at the free throw line. First one falls. See if he can make it 2 from 2. Second free throw to fall here. And it will now be Neptune going the other way. Quickly giving it over to Bijamine. Bijamine on the reverse, not able to get it. Rasoha, second chance, able to get it right at the basket. And again, another intentional foul sends Jabril to the free throw line. Really not much else you can add on that sense.
About 60 seconds left to go here. As Owen King checks back in for Evolution Basketball. What a run it was for the team from Ottawa. Took down underdog Elite 65-33 in their quarterfinal matchup. Then a 9-point win over City Above in the semifinal. Deep three from Burgess. Not
In the end,
there.
it just wasn't their night. It just wasn't their game there. And now you have Bilodeau trying to make something fancy there, but it is what it is when it comes to it. Neptune pulling up from 3. Give Evo some late hope here, and they're going to put all the pressure on intentionally. Foul, something, anything. Bilodeau's first free throw here falls, and the second one does as well. Burgess bringing it up quickly. Gives it over to Bijamine. Just going to lob it from 3. Gets it to go. And where was this earlier from, Evo? They're converting from beyond the arc, but it just seems like it's too little too late here. Jabril misses his first free throw. We'll see if he can hit the second one. Second free throw falls here, and it will be Evo immediately trying to get it in. Neptune's quickly over to Bijamine, launching from 3. He gets that one to fall. That is 3 threes in a row from Evo. But as the time comes to a close, pressure going on Jabril, trying to get a lob attempt on Bilodeau. Just doesn't get it to fall. Burgess trying to chase it here before it goes out of bounds. Able to keep it in bounds over to King. He launches from 3. Not able to get it to fall. It's picked up by Jabril. He's bringing it up here. But that is that final score in this one. Dropoff Elite coming out on top over Evo Basketball in a massive game here for them. In the end, Dropoff Elite gave it all. They tried doing what they can, but in the end, no dice for them. That is the grade 10 final. Congratulations to Dropoff Elite coming all the way from Montreal to get their victory. As we now have, after this, the grade 9 final. If you're going to be here for that one, stay tuned on our YouTube channel. If not, thank you so much for watching. I've been Julian Quintero Verano. Thank you so much to JJ Evison joining me here, and we'll see you later.